Hello everyone, I have come with a new chapter, chapter number 4. It's gender, religion, and caste. We have completed already three chapters before that. So you need to be aware and be confident, keep revision from there. If you have not revised those chapters from there, then you can keep revision from there. And right now we are completing all the chapters from political science, where I'm making a series of social science where I'm going to cover those all chapters from political science and geography section and then history sections. I have already made those all chapters video from economics, so you need to be aware and be confident and go revise these all things because it's very important, and this content is really very important. Although when we are reading whole NCRT chapter, it's very lengthy, but now here these all very important content is very necessary to be aware and keep these all things in your mind to get very good marks in your examination. So now let's start from here. We are starting here. Chapter number 4, gender, religion, and caste. Now, a feminist, a woman or a man who believes in equal rights and opportunities for women and men is called feminist. Feminist movements. So, what is feminist movement? Feminist movements are the racial women's movements aiming at attending equality for women in personal and family life and public affairs. These movements have organized and agitated to raise channels of enhancing the political and legal status of women and improving their educational and career opportunities. Next, now, patriarchal society. Patriarchal society is the essential male-dominated. The line of descent is traced through the father. Men are valued more in terms of work they do and the place they hold in society. This gives him, this gives them more power and than women. Next, communal politics. So when the demands of one religious groups are formed in opposition to another, and when the state power is used to establish domination of one religious group over the rest, this manner of using religion in politics is called communal parties. Now, next. Yes, from here we can be able to read properly. Hmm. Now, discrimination against women. So, number one, in studies, girls mostly perform better than boys, but the drop out simply because parents prefer to spend their resources on their boys' education. A smaller proportion of girls go for higher studies. Second one, on an average, a woman works more than an average man every day, since much of her work is not paid for, therefore often not valued. Third, the Equal Wages Act provides for equal wages for equal work, but in almost all areas of work, from sports to cinema, from factories to fields, women are comparatively paid less. Fourth, the child sex ratio number of girl children per thousand boy is very low. In India, the national average is 927. In some places, it is as low as 850 or even 800 because parents prefer to have sons, so they get the girl child aborted before her birth. Fifth, in urban areas, women are unsafe even in their homes. They suffer from the beating, harassment, and other forms of the domestic violence. Next, next is that caste inequalities in India. Caste has not disappeared from the contemporary India, and the caste division is special to India. Even new most people marry within their own caste. The caste groups that had access to education under old systems have done well, whereas those groups that did not have access to education have lagged behind. So we have done till here, and now yes, I am making it in a quick revision from here. So old lag behind. There is a large presence of upper caste among urban middle classes in our country. Caste continues to be linked to economic status as it evident from the National Sample Survey. The average economic status of caste groups still follows the old hierarchy. The upper caste are the best of, the Dalits and the Adivasis are worst off, and the backward classes are in the between. The upper castes are heavily over represented among the rich, while the lower castes are underrepresented, and the SC, ST, and OBC together account for about two-thirds of the Indians' population. So this chapter is also really very important, and it's a little bit lengthy also, but we will cover those all portion which is very necessary to complete these all things properly and be aware with these important facts. Now, start from here. Status of women's representation in India legislative bodies. The one way to ensure that women-related problems get adequate attention to have more women as elected representatives. To achieve this, it is legally binding to have a fair proportion of women in the elected bodies. Next, Panchayati Raj in India has reserved one-third seats in local government bodies for women. In India, the proportion of women in legislature has been very low. The percentage of elected women members in Lok Sabha is not even 10%, and in state assemblies less than 5% percent given. Only recently, in March 2010, the Women's Reservation Bill was passed in Rajya Sabha. Ensure 33% reservation to women in parliament and state legislative bodies. Now, next points are very important here, which we will cover, and now here religion and politics in India. Gandhiji said religion can never be separated from politics. By religion, he had not mean any particular religion like Hinduism or Islam, but moral values and ethics drawn from religion to guide politics. Religion in politics is not as dangerous as it may seem to us. Ethical values of each religion can play a major role in politics. According to human rights groups, most of the victims of communal riots in our society are from religious minorities. Government can take uh, Government can take special steps to protect them. These instances show relationship between religion and politics. People should be able to express in politics their needs, interests, and demands as member of a religious community. Thus, it is the responsibility of those whose political power is able to regulate the practice of religion to prevent discrimination and oppression. Now, next point is regions which have contributed to changes in caste system. Number one, it's the given efforts to political leaders and special reforms like Gandhiji, B.R. Ambedkar, who advocated and worked to establish a society in which caste inequalities are absent. Second one, socio-economic changes such as urbanization, growth of literacy and education, occupational mobility, weakening of landlords' position in the village, breaking down of the caste hierarchy have a greatly contributed. Third, the Constitution of India prohibited by caste-based discrimination. And the fourth one, provisions of fundamental rights has played a major role because these rights are provided to all citizens without any discrimination. Thus, we have completed these all important facts which is necessary here, and these are the major points which we have covered in this chapters. And this chapter is really very important for your examination. Many questions are being raised from this chapter, and now I will come with a new chapter. Its name is political parties, And this political party chapter is also very important, where we will learn about that how many political parties are here and what is the role of political parties. Thus I am going to complete those all chapters from political science, and I will complete those all chapters from social science. So till then, keep revision, and revise from these all chapters, because these contents are really very useful for you. And after that, I will come with mixed question, which is very important to write these all answer, and it's a board based answer where we will discuss on previous year question paper also. So keep revision.